Guys, Sean back with another video, and we got Nathan. Probably one of the next most highest asked for. I don't know, I think I saw Kristen's name thrown around, but Nathan was definitely up there. 35 years old, weight unknown, and yeah, I guess we're gonna see a former 600 pounder, see what this 600 pounder is getting into. Of course, Texas. I still blame Buc-ee's. Puppies.
The mornings are the worst part of my day. And I hate waking up because of how hard and painful it is being in this body now.
No wonder it hurts. You're sitting on something that's permanently ball tapping you.
I can't really lay down anymore, you know? I can't breathe if I do, because my weight pushes the air out of my body. So I started sleeping in my chair, but I hate that because it means that I can't sleep by my wife, Amber, anymore.
Is he wearing an NWA t-shirt? Because that would be hilarious.
She's usually gone by the time I get up. She's a school teacher, and so am I. I teach theater, but I've been on medical.
Eat, sleep, theater, repeat. The theater teacher hated my guts. But that's just because I was in choir and show choir. That's probably where all my shame died. You try dancing on stage in a red sequin vest and see if you care anymore what people think about you.
Medical leave for a while now because of how hard it is for me to get around at the size I'm at. I'm at a point now where it's painful to do anything. I think other people take for granted the ability to just move, you know.
How many dogs does this guy have? Is he running a shelter or something? There's no way he could take care of all those dogs.
And not be in pain all the time. Like, I'm constantly in pain even sitting.
Uh-oh. That deck's a little risky. I can't tell you how many of those I stepped on and thought this is how I go out. But he's gonna do the Titanic pose on the end of the deck? This guy's really ballsy.
Go use your restroom. With the dogs, if I don't let them out, then they'll have accidents around the house.
Aww,
I won't be able to clean it up. So I push myself to let them do what they need.
Trash all in the yard. Well, there's no way he's gonna get down there and pick it up, right? But the dogs obviously have to get out.
Grandma house, let's go. But after that, I have to get to where I can rest as soon as possible. And I already want to go back to bed. But in the morning, I have to get clean. Because the growth that's in between my legs, the lymphedema growth, it's got open sores that actually leak body fluid.
Oh my god, that's so bad. It will leak, especially because you get all that water. Like when my legs would swell, it would happen to me too. Like it's called weeping or whatever. It's gross. Yeah, it's really nasty.
And not taking care of that could lead to infections. An infection means I could wind up in the hospital. So as much as I hate it, because of how hard it is, I make myself shower every day. It's just hard to do because of my size. And sometimes I don't get as clean as I want to. Sometimes my wife has to help me, but when she's gone, I try to do it on my own.
At least he's pushing himself. Most people don't even shower every single day, to be honest. Every other day is pretty damn good, because it's actually draining to take a shower. He's not lying.
Some of the things that I do, Nathan specifically asked that it not be mentioned, because I do things that not even a wife should have to do.
What are you doing? Buttering his biscuit? Like, we've seen people friggin' wipe each other before on the show. I don't think that's embarrassing. I'm curious about what the hell she's doing now.
It just shows how bad off my body is. That's not something that a healthy person should experience. Knee pains and back pains and open sores. I shouldn't have all that. And it gets worse every day, mainly because of the sore in my leg. It's itchy and it's filled with pus.
Oh, sweet Jesus. That thing is so gross. I don't know how he's not hospitalized already at this point.
So I have to keep the wound dry so it doesn't get infected and get even worse. Dad's gonna go fix him some food. He's hungry. And finally, now that I'm clean and dressed and dry, it's time for breakfast. There isn't a moment where I'm not craving something to eat. No matter what I'm facing, food will make it better. Food is my relief and my comfort, and it's what I constantly want.
He's gonna eat all that? This guy could put Bob Evans out of business. That's a lot of damn food. I don't think I could eat like a third of that. I guess, I don't know how the hell I got as big as... How are we the same? I don't understand. I never ate this much.
Food is the only thing in the world that doesn't talk back unless it gives you acid reflux. It's just gonna make you feel better. And when I'm eating, it's euphoric. It's like this feeling of relief from whatever negative emotion I have going on at that time. And so even though a meal like this will make me really full, I'll keep eating and eating.
Man, I want a breakfast sandwich that's gonna make my eyes roll into the back of my head like that. I've never had one of those, but sometimes on this show, they get the best damn sandwiches I've ever seen. I'd like to try one.
Because that craving never goes away. And it's always been there for me.
Oh, a vertical wiener. We love a good vertical wiener out here. That dog's a little chode, man, isn't he? He's bigger around than he is tall.
Being 15 and around 350, I didn't really try to make friends. I kept to myself, and after school, I just go home and eat. When you get up.
You're having Haagen-Dazs for brunch. No wonder we're up over 600 pounds. But I guess just snacking on bad stuff all day is what everybody was friggin' doing, myself included.
Said you reach for that ice cream, you know? And I can finish ice cream in like nobody's business. But things did get a little better toward the end of high school. That's when I fell in love with theater. It was theater that made me feel like I could be who I wanted to be. I still to this.
I'm gonna tell you what, putting yourself out there, like on a stage or something, can do a world of difference for your confidence for people. I would say it really helped mine a lot, but I don't know. I was kind of a little jerk. So I could see how that helped him. But I mean, my show choir teacher had me on a behavioral contract. Like she tried to kick me off the school trip each year. It was pretty bad. They wanted me out of there damn bad.
They think that my theater teacher in the high school level was probably one of the ones that helped get me through. It was around the same time when I found out my mom was diagnosed with cancer. And ironically, at that time, I was playing a cancer patient while my mom was going through the cancer treatment.
I feel like that would be rough. Like, I don't think that would be... I guess maybe he could vent that way, but I don't think I could handle that. That sounds like something terrible to go through.
So it allowed me to really deal with it in a safe place. I chose a college based on theater. I was still eating a lot and gaining. And by the time I graduated, I was around 450 pounds. But immediately after I graduated, I got a job at a high school in Longview, and that's where I met my wife, Amber.
Okay, Amber. Oh, is she in this episode too? Because she's definitely up there in weight. I thought this was just Nathan. This might be a twofer, though. This might be 1,000-pound couple or whatever.
Come on, guys, get back. Get back, get back.
Hey,
Hey,
thank you for picking up the food.
welcome.
So how was your day?
It was crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From the first time I saw Nathan, I could see what made him special. He's a great person. He is an amazing theater director. He is an amazing teacher. And having similar backgrounds with food was something I saw as a positive back then.
I would say a good teacher makes a world of difference. I think teachers should be paid more, especially since I put all mine through so much hell. But, I had one I really disliked. Freshman year, it was an English teacher. And I remember, vividly, because he asked me, what are you going to do with your life? And I told him, I don't know, probably be in the paper for beating my wife like you.
And that was
It was
one
a
of
joke.
the things that I was attracted to, is the idea that he would be a partner for me to keep focusing on my journey with.
You want a cheese stick?
No, thank you.
But shortly after we got married, Nathan went to a doctor to try and get weight loss surgery.
Okay, so he's focused on bettering himself already. At least he tried. I don't know. Do you think that maybe part of her feels better just because he's bigger than her? Because fat people will do that. We'll look at other fat people and be like, heh, at least I'm not that bad. Like, that really does happen.
So I actually got approval for surgery because I had lost enough weight. And I didn't have the copay, and so they canceled my surgery. And I guess at that point I was like, forget it, I'm done. I'm just eat however I want to.
I did the same thing when my surgery was canceled. I gained back 60 pounds in 2 months, eating however the hell I wanted. So yes, you can kind of spiral back the other way. But mine was, what was it? I don't know. It was canceled twice on me. I screwed up a lot.
You want a bite? Last bite of sweets?
Sure.
That's when all of his motivation went by the wayside really quickly.
I guess I felt like I wasn't good enough. And I know that disappointed Amber a lot because she didn't hide her disappointment in me at all when I started gaining again.
When we'd go to eat, I physically was getting ill from watching him eat.
What the pot called the kettle? Lady, you're eating too. Just because he takes a couple more bites don't mean you get to friggin' like grandstand over top of him. That's insane. Does this woman have a mirror in the house?
He would eat his food. He would eat an appetizer. We would have a dessert. He would eat my leftovers, and it would make me just absolutely just disgusted. When Nathan decided he didn't want to try and lose weight anymore, I told him I was disgusted with what he was doing, and I basically told him he was an embarrassment.
Shut. Oh my god. Who made this lady Fupa Queen like she gets to rule over all the other fats? I'm sick of fat on fat crime on this show. Her smug. Oh, look at that smug face. You're pissing me off, lady.
You remember we have to get to the grocery store, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I know you're tired, but can you really help me to wrap my leg?
Yeah, I guess I'll do it before I go take a shower.
Oh, that's a wrap. I thought he was just sitting there with a bunch of ice cream cones next to him like he was prepared to go at all times. You stay ready, you don't have to get ready for the Haagen-Dazs hoedown.
So now I'm at the point where I'm 600 pounds and I have a huge lymphedema mass on my legs that pretty much keeps me stuck in my chair all day, every day. I wanted to be a good father to our kids just as much as I wanted to be a good husband to Amber. Because when
There's kids? How the hell did she get double stuffed by him instead of Oreos? I don't see how that's possible. He's got a barrier going on. What's going on here?
we got married, she had a son, Mark, and a daughter, Hannah, who were 10 and 6, and now they are my kids too.
Okay, he's stepdad, so he's probably a pretty good guy if he stepped in and was taking care of some other kids. Hats off to him. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's made some bad choices, but we've all made bad choices in our life. I've made a hell of a lot. Like a hell of a lot.
But my weight has become a really big problem in my relationship with Amber, with our whole family.
I do worry about my dad's health. I would like him to feel more confident in his body and lose some of the weight so we can do more activities together.
Bro, she's so skinny, and you hear these fat acceptance people say, it's genetics, it's genetics. Look at how skinny that damn girl was. It's genetics, my ass. That is not genetics.
I always tell him that, like, don't give up, we got this, I'm behind you no matter what. Sometimes I feel like he's not gonna be okay, but I really do believe in him.
I believe in him too. And then hopefully he can lose some weight and get behind his wife. I'm such a dick.
I'm driving to the grocery store because that's what me and Dad needed to do.
I want to be off experiencing things with my family.
What did they wait till midnight to go to the grocery store? Like they don't want anybody to see the grocery haul? You think he's afraid somebody's going to steal his ice cream if there's anyone else there? It's got to be super friggin' late.
I can't because of my size. And now I feel like grocery shopping is the only thing that me and Amber really have left together. And it's the only thing we do together aside from eating. And if you took eating and food out of our relationship, we wouldn't have anything left now, really.
You guys getting erotic in the friggin' Eggos aisle? Like, how is that a couple's activity? Grocery shopping? Everybody, why aren't they doing curbside pickup? You think this place has it? That's what my big ass did.
They have carts. Thank God.
Yeah.
Ow, ow.
For 3 years, Nathan's health has not allowed us to completely do those things that we enjoy. And our relationship is very strained because of the amount of care that I have to give him. And I miss being able to have, I guess, an intimate relationship, not like...
Okay, so obviously when you start feeling like the caregiver instead of the wife, there's going to be some kind of like struggle there just to feel any connection anymore because she feels like she's probably caring for him like she's caring for one of her kids. I get that.
a sexual relationship, because Nathan and I have never.
Hey, look, they have croissants too.
Never? What? Never? Holy hell. This poor... No wonder they hate each other. There's all kinds of tension in this house.
You like croissants, don't you?
Uh-huh.
That's not what it's about, but just like being able to spend quality time with each other where it doesn't involve care.
There's the double stuff right there in the front. You think I can't tell a friggin' thing of Oreos even though it's blurred? My ass could spot a thing of Oreos from a mile away. I used to pound like 2 sleeves at once of those things.
That's what I want that we don't have anymore. And I'm very scared I'm gonna be just like Nathan, I would say within the next 4 to 5 years, because it's getting...
You're definitely a couple double stuffs away, but okay. They want an intimate relationship. I get it. Somebody's got to put somebody in a tic-tac-toe hold here, and maybe she's going to put Nathan in one. I don't know how this dynamic works.
to where I'm having trouble doing what I need for myself. I'm over 400 pounds now. That's what living like this has done for me.
4 seems a little low. She's got to be closer to 5, I would think. Because she's almost as big as him, right? Am I fat blind? I really have trouble seeing it, but I feel like she's pretty damn close to him.
You want some bologna?
No.
I have severe anxiety. I have depression issues, and I am always extremely exhausted.
I can't believe how much ice cream this guy got. Damn. Ben and Jerry's right here is going friggin' wild.
Yeah.
Honey bun.
Yeah. We're super tired. Awesome. Thank you.
See if we can read her card number real quick. Quick, get it. No, but she had a lot of processed junk there. So obviously, this is how they're eating. This is how I ate. I remember one time I went grocery shopping, and I think I only ate Little Debbie's for a week straight. So that explains why I got as big as I did.
Slow.
And I just feel like Nathan's just let me down as a husband altogether. He has tried his best. I don't want it to seem like he hasn't, but it's getting to be too much. And I'm at a point now where every day I question whether or not I should stay. And I stay because I have love for Nathan.
Imagine getting divorced because you ate too much donutettes or whatever. Too many donut holes lead to divorce. They're both in the biggin' society, though. She could leave him or whatever, but it's not like she's necessarily... She could get into the feeder community, I guess. Them women are crazy. They message me trying to feed me to death all the time.
But I just can't keep going like this. Neither of us can.
I can't do much of anything on my own anymore, and I know that frustrates Amber, and it's a lot for her. So much so that we had to move our whole life here to Palestine, Texas. Because she needed help and the only family that she could go to were her parents. So they help out when it's too much for Amber. And I hate it.
That leg wrap isn't holding up too well. But his legs are like severely swollen, so I could imagine he's in a lot of pain just kind of walking around the grocery store, which sucks. But your extremities are the parts that hurt the worst when you get this big.
Because I feel like I'm a burden to my whole family at this point, and I'm ashamed of that. And if it gets
Poor
to be
guy.
too much for Amber, I'm scared she's gonna leave me.
I don't think she's going too far, but she did just say she's possibly thinking about leaving you. So hopefully both of you can get on a healthy path.
And whatever Dr. Now has for me to do, I'm ready to do it if it means I can get a better life for me and my family.
Okay, so he only weighs 2 pounds more than me at the start. So this, while it's disheartening, yes, it hurt my soul when I saw a number that high. It's doable. This guy could 100% get in check. He just has to change everything about his life. Easier said than done, but I think he can do it.
It's never fun seeing my weight on the scale, especially knowing other people are seeing it too. It's embarrassing, but I know my starting point now. So from here,
I don't think I was ever even embarrassed about it, though. I would tell anybody what weight I was, and they would go, "No, you're not." I think they might have just been trying to make me feel better. But yeah, I didn't really get embarrassed about it. I was like, damn, look what I've done. Now it's time to do something. But yes, for a lot of people, it's embarrassing.
my goal is to get that number going down.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, Nathan, good to meet you. Glad you're here.
Yes, sir.
Damn, them buttons are living on a prayer in the front, huh? Those things are on their lap one step from the edge, and I'm thinking they're about to pop the hell off.
Who is this young lady with you?
This is my mother-in-law, Tracy.
Your mother-in-law?
Yes.
All right, good to meet you both. So, you're coming from Palestine, Texas, huh?
Yes.
And you're here to see me to lose weight because you're just over 600 pounds?
Yes.
Is that the highest weight you have been?
That I know of, yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that amount of weight puts a lot of strain on your body, especially at your height. And it's not going to take long for you.
He really isn't that tall, is he? Because all his weight is proportioned very weird. Like, yes, both of our necks disappeared for a while. I didn't think I had one until just recently. But he's a very short guy. He's a little guy.
Your health to start deteriorating rapidly, especially if you're not very mobile. And how much you can walk or be active?
It hurts like when I'm at home, if I go from the bathroom back to my living room, I get winded. So I can't walk very far without help. And what makes it worse is that I have lymphedema. And so there's issues with open sores on my legs, my right leg, and I also have a growth in the groin area.
Every step kind of does feel like a dagger. I know that because I've bounced down the hall holding on to the walls. So I understand exactly what he's saying. Because his leg being that swollen, he's going to feel every inch of that hallway, every single step. It's got to be miserable because I know how it feels.
It feels like it's getting bigger, so it pulls at the lower back, and that's what's adding more to the out of breath right now, I think. I don't know.
Okay. So you have developed a lot of issues from your weight. So you're at a critical point now where you have to change your eating habit before things get worse for you. So how committed are you to make the changes?
I'm going to have to be 100% committed. That's
Translation, committed enough to get the surgery, just like Sean. I was just trying to get to the surgery and I thought that's the answer, right? It's not, man. It sucked. I had to change my whole damn life after that. The weight didn't just fall off. I had to change my diet. I had to eat healthy, do this, do that. I wish it was easy. It sucks. There's a lot of stuff that sucks. I didn't want to eat all that damn yogurt and protein shakes today, but I had to do it.
That's it. It's either that
I'm going to
or
have to be as a figure of speech.
I will tell you that I am going to be 100% committed.
So you are ready to make the changes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what we want to hear from you. So the changes that we're going to do, I don't want to excuse it that, the weather was not good, I was depressed, and food was there,
Right.
I had to eat it. Those excuses.
Imagine the friggin' storm cycle determines your level of hunger. Like, oh, there was a hurricane outside today. I was hungry as hell. But Dr. Now's funny when he says stuff like that.
I don't want to hear them when you come back.
Right.
Okay, and your wife, does she struggle with her weight too?
Yes. She is overweight as well.
So why isn't she here with you today?
She was trying to avoid the fat Grim Reaper at all costs. She's seen the show before. You drag all us biggins into your mess, Doctor Now. Of course she's friggin' playing hide and seek with you.
She had to work.
Okay, so I'll give you an extra copy of the instructions for you to take to her so she can understand what needs to be done to support you. And the next time you come back, see if she will come with you.
Okay, doctor.
Okay.
Dr. Now's whole concept of leave no fatty behind is hilarious to me, but he tends to drag family members into it that don't really want to be into it, and that just cracks me up.
I'm going to give you some written instruction that I want you to read every day. And I'm going to give you some exercises. I want you to start doing those exercises twice a day, okay?
Okay.
Well, any questions?
No, sir.
All right, so let me get all the stuff that you need to do, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Now's diet, from what he was grabbing at the grocery store, is going to be a hell of a shock to this guy at first. And I imagine people say you go through sugar withdrawal and stuff. I don't know how true that is, but I think it's probably true. I don't think I really even noticed it, but maybe I just wasn't fixated on it. My body probably was a little off.
But I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a hard road ahead to do this. But I'm ready for it.
Nathan is already developing severe medical issues with his body that is a direct result of his weight. So he
I don't know how he's walking like Fat Joe, leaning back like that. That would have to kill your back. But yeah, they're going to send you for all kinds of tests like this. I imagine ultrasound imaging, x-rays, all that kind of stuff. But I didn't know Dr. Now had it in his office, I think, till just now.
doesn't have any more time to waste. He either make the significant changes he needs now, or things are going to continue to get worse for him until he pushes his body to a breaking point. And my concern right now is that he may be a lot closer to that point than he really.
It's a boy! No, that warm gel stuff they put, it feels so gross, but in a weird way, it kind of feels friggin' good. Until they get that rod down next to your junk and they start jabbing it like they're just trying to stab through your wiener, that shit hurts.
Realizes. So it's very important he does this now, before he gets to that breaking point, and something happens where he doesn't make it.
The Holy Hefty Trinity. It's a cross on his back, come on.
Nathan's actually been better than I expected. As soon as we got back to town, with counting calories and his exercise,
No, stop eating everything.
he jumped right in. So
Take your own advice here, buddy. No, he's looking great. He's obviously doing a very good job. So she looks bigger than him. This could be like a camera trick to me, but walking the wiener's probably definitely getting him better. Now, only if he could walk the wiener with his wife, he probably would be in a hell of a lot better shape with all that bedroom cardio.
I was really impressed, and I would say overall he's doing great. So I really expected him to struggle more than he has.
I don't even know how far we walked.
About 1/8 of a mile.
We can turn around if you
No,
need
go to
to.
the stop sign. I'm good. I just,
1/8 of a mile is pretty damn good for it being before when he struggled to get to the bathroom. But also, I can always tell a person that's been extremely overweight by who holds the back of their pants or the side of their pants like that. Because sometimes I catch myself still doing that out of habit. It's like you're worried your pants are going to fall down, because for me it's because I'm shrinking and they're too big for me. But it's just like a force of habit because you're always trying to hold things in certain places so your crack doesn't pop out of the top.
it hurts.
I try to walk every day for like 20 to 30 minutes. The changes have been pretty easy for me because
Let's do a comparison. She is bigger than him, is she not? If he could get rid of that lymphedema or whatever, she's bigger than him. I really think she is. She also kind of looks like the blueberry lady from Willy Wonka, but it's just kind of, you know what I'm talking about. It's funny. I looked like the blueberry lady myself too if I wore blue.
just got to a point where I chose life.
You made it to the store.
Yeah,
How you feel?
I'm good.
You're not too out of breath. That's good.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. All right, you first this time.
All right, let's go.
He's got more energy than her, which is surprising considering she's the one out of the house working all day, and he's kind of just sitting there eating. But I think he's more raring to go than her.
Let him take the charge and the lead. Me
Well,
and
you know
Peanut
he
will drag
will.
the end.
This way, go home.
We're going home.
Yeah, go home. The transition to eating healthier has been a lot easier than I thought. Try to stick to the 1,200 calories or less, not allowing myself to.
That ain't on 1,200 calories, buddy. That mac and cheese. He does look like he's losing weight, so I'll give him the benefit of a doubt, but that right there probably ain't helping you.
To just eat what I want to when I want to. Going into it, I was like, I'm gonna have to eat all this stuff that I don't like. Well, when I figured out that I could stay under the 1,200 and work hard and still lose the weight, I was like, I'm gonna do this. And so if I feel the urge to have ice cream, I always make sure that it still falls under that 1,200 calories or less.
That's where Halo Top comes in clutch because it's like 300 calories per pint or whatever. But he definitely isn't eating Bluebell like he had before, or what's, I don't know, the one with the damn Blue Bunny or whatever. But he's definitely not eating that and staying under 1,200.
I'm still getting my little fix, but I'm staying under the calorie count. Remember how I would get like a chicken and a burrito and 2 Big Reds?
Yeah. Yeah, that has changed a lot.
Why would I do that?
Because it tastes good. The same reason you're eating regular bacon right now instead of turkey bacon. It tastes better, but it's definitely more calories. I'm kind of surprised he doesn't have turkey bacon right here.
Why would you let me?
It's not about what I would let you do.
What would you do if
She
I
ate
went
it
back
too.
to that?
Well, I don't know. To be perfectly honest, because I've already told you how I feel about things as they were.
How much?
She said you're disgusting because you ate an extra cheese stick. Right now, I'm not a big fan of this lady because she does look bigger than him. And her saying something like that is just so nasty.
Bacon do you want?
Just a couple of slices.
How do you feel?
I mean, I've already told you, like, it's too much for me. I'm your caregiver. I'm not your wife, so.
I hope that was Splenda that she just put in that sweet tea because it looked like she scooped two cups of whatever it was out of there.
I'm back at Dr. Now's for my second appointment to see if I made it to my weight loss goal. And I think I have a good chance at it today. At the last appointment, I was 607 pounds. And Dr. Now told me to lose at least 60 pounds in 2 months. So that means I need to be under 547 pounds today.
Damn, he's doing pretty good. Also, I'm a little confused by the 2 feather necklace. I just wanted to call him Chief Calorie in the top of my head, but was he Native American? I don't know.
Wow. I'm excited.
Is it for him and her?
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. This must be your wife, Amber.
Yes, sir.
Well, good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So, Nathan, you're down 72 pounds, huh?
Yes, sir.
72 pounds is impressive, considering he was still eating bacon, mac and cheese, and it didn't look like he was exactly, I don't know, I didn't get to see enough, but I think if he was eating that stuff, there's no way he stayed under 1,200, but it was still good enough, apparently.
So tell me what changes you made.
The biggest change that I've made is I've really stuck to the 1,200 calories or less. That's the ultimate bottom line for me. Plus, I will not eat anything past 6 o'clock.
That's a good idea. I still currently do that. I try not to eat after 6, and I don't try to eat anything in the morning before like 7, 8-ish. I don't know if that's long enough to be considered intermittent fasting, but it's a pretty long time.
I've made it a point to make sure that I have dinner before 5, 5:30. So.
All right, that's great. Well, I'm proud of you. But my concern right now, seeing both of you, is your wife has a weight problem too. So it's very hard for one person in family to eat.
I think she tried to wear blue like he was to camouflage herself. Like, if I blend in with him, he can't tell the weight apart. This is definitely some kind of blending together thing, right? Maybe like a visual trick or something? I think she thought she was going to get away with this.
Eat healthy while the other person is not. So, Amber, have you thought about getting healthy and doing this with Nathan?
I actually already had weight loss surgery when I was 16, and so I'm really familiar with the weight loss process, and I already kind of had somewhat better eating habits than he did.
You did it at 16 and you still decided you wanted to live this life again? I can't see any part of me that ever wants to go back to that hell on earth.
Been preparing food for the last 10 years to his accommodations, really.
So, you're saying it's his fault you gained weight?
Not necessarily.
Okay. Then would you consider yourself failure?
How are you going to blame him? You're obviously eating the same stuff. I don't think she can just totally deflect this off on him, can she?
Of the weight loss surgery or success?
Me?
Yeah.
I would say I was a success until I had my children, because I was very successful. I lost over 360 pounds on my
360 pounds at 16? Holy shit, how big were you? She had to blow even my big ass at 16 out of the water. Why? Why go back?
my first surgery.
Well, you're like a gambler sitting at a table and said, an hour ago I had $1 million, but right now I'm out of everything, so I was a successful gambler. So that's not the reality. Where are you at this point, and what you need to do is the issue. Now, consider that a lot of surgeons, they don't do revision because that's complicated and it's not something many surgeons are equipped or willing to do. But that
Obviously, it's harder to do the surgery a second time around. I'll always have a line of titanium in my stomach. She still has titanium in her stomach. Funny enough, I did Google it. I will not set off a metal detector.
That's something we may be able to perform. People in the higher BMI, 90 to 95% have failure of their weight loss surgery in 10 years. And the reason for that being that the underlying issues driving you to eat were never fully addressed.
Oh shit, 7.5 years to go. Oh, 7.5 years to go and a 90% chance I F my... Oh my god. This is tough to learn. I don't like statistics. Shut up, doctor, now.
And in your case, your success was only short term. And that's a factor now, not just in your health, but Nathan's health, because you both influencing each other negatively.
I'm frustrated and angry because this journey was supposed to truly be about Nathan and Nathan's health and his well-being, and I don't want to take away from that, and I feel like that's going to happen, and I don't want that.
Oh yeah, we don't want to take away from anything. We want to take two. Isn't that a candy bar? I think so. But obviously, they had like 3 boxes of Nutty Buddies, Honey Buns, 3 things of Bluebell. She likes food just as much as he does. She's trying to deflect onto him just because he's an eensy beensy bit bigger, like eensy weensy bit bigger. Like, it's not very much.
To happen. I was 16 when I had a procedure done, and now I'm 60 pounds heavier than I was when I started that. There's just not words for that emotion right now.
Oh, that's kind of sad. I feel bad for her about that. But obviously, you knew what heading back that way was it doesn't get easier as you get older. Your metabolism doesn't just keep getting better.
So I think the dynamic of household will be better if you both are working to get healthy together so that both of you are in the same situation with the eating habit and able to manage it together. So is that something you're interested in?
Yes. I think I'd like to do that.
Okay. Nathan?
Okay, we're gonna tag team the pounds. Sounds good to me. These two, the only thing they've done together so far is eat and go to the friggin' grocery store. So it seems like food is the only thing involved in their relationship at this point.
Because you hit your goal, since you have made good progress, I'm going to go ahead and approve you for weight loss surgery.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, thank God.
Damn, he didn't struggle a lot at all. My big ass struggled like hell. He went right in there, killed it, got approved.
Okay.
All right, so we'll schedule that for next month. In the meantime, don't let your guard down. Just stay on track and keep losing weight.
Okay.
Okay? But we need to do some more testing on you, make sure that the surgery is going to be a safe option for you. And if everything looks good and you stay on track, then we will proceed with weight loss surgery here very soon. Okay?
Okay.
That would suck so hard if his surgery didn't get approved because something was wrong. I mean, every time a test came back from mine that said that I was healthy, I thought, this has got to be somebody else's. There's no way I'm this healthy, and there's people that are like 200 pounds that are diabetic struggling all the time. Some people are just lucky.
Amber seems to blame Nathan for both of their poor eating habits and has excuses for why she gotten to the weight she is.
Okay.
I mean, blaming somebody else is a lot easier than taking accountability. It's not just her. A lot of people tend to deflect and just try to avoid, like, owning up to it.
You can step up on the scale. Do I need to turn around backwards? Your weight is 52.
Damn. She said just over 4 before, right? She was definitely misguided on that number.
But the reality is that at her size, she's eating because she wants to eat. And so she shares some of the blame for their dynamic as well. And if she doesn't take responsibility for her part in their unhealthy dynamic and how her behavior influenced Nathan negatively, just as much as his does to her, then it will be unlikely either of them will be successful making any.
It's a lot harder to be successful if somebody else in the house is eating like crap, but it doesn't determine everything. Like, there was snacks around me. My surgery happened right before Thanksgiving. Everybody was eating pies, whatever. It really didn't affect me because I wanted to lose weight more than I wanted to eat the pie.
Any progress that will last the long term. Hopefully, she considers the option to change her unhealthy habits and ultimately get a revision to her previous weight loss surgery that she has failed. All right. Well, Amber, you are just over 500 pounds, 502.
Yes, sir.
All right.
At least they'll explore some options for her at this point, because the revision surgery, definitely harder. Hopefully it's not impossible for Dr. Now, but I think if anything, he'll just completely get rid of almost all the stomach and just go the gastric bypass route. I think that would probably be the easiest option here.
The fact that she responded to Dr. Now and told him she'd consider doing his program has me excited. Because one of my big fears is how our relationship became about food, and what losing the only thing we have to bond over could mean for us. So
Yeah, I mean, literally the only thing you've seen them do together so far is cook, eat takeout, and go to the grocery store. I haven't seen anything else between them at all. So the Funfetti family, or whatever you want to call them, obviously you're going to have a lot of relation, especially because they've never done it. Who the hell's never made the beast with 2 backs and is married?
we have doing this to bond over now. That'd be incredible. And if she can get another weight loss surgery, I think it'd be amazing because there's so much we want to do that we haven't been able to do because of our weight. Then we can build a new life we've dreamed of together.
I've never heard of bonding over bariatric surgery, but I don't think it's the worst thing for these two. Obviously, both of them are severely overweight.
You know, when Dr. Now approached me when Nathan was there to be seen, I was angry. I was really angry, and I was hurt because I felt blindsided. But
Of course you were pissed off. You avoided him totally the first time. The second time you show up camouflage trying to blend in with him. So obviously you did not want to be recognized in that situation.
once I had time to process, I was overjoyed because just knowing that Dr. Now is willing to help me just makes me blessed and makes me excited now.
Damn right. Thank your lucky stars that Papa Dr. Now wants to help you out here.
And so I'm happy about that. And I'm just really happy that we're doing this together now.
What are you gonna get, dude?
I'm thinking the lunch Swiss chicken, maybe?
Okay.
What are we doing at a restaurant? There's no way they could stay under 1,200 calories at a restaurant in Texas, of all things. Everything's bigger in Texas. Everybody knows that.
But what do I want today? I love their potato soup.
Would you like any appetizer today? Mozzarella stick, fries?
No.
It's also been a big motivation for me to see how Nathan's been doing. But I still do worry because Nathan has the tendencies to go back to his old habits.
Broccoli and mac and cheese.
It's kind of funny how people around you will get motivated just because you're trying to lose weight and you're on this whole journey. I wish I could motivate certain people in my family because I do have a brother who's pretty overweight, probably somewhere around her weight, but he's not going to do it if he doesn't want to.
So there's still a possibility of failure, but I'm trying to keep as optimistic as possible. So what do you think? Because this is our first time eating out since you've been on your little journey, like out in public. How do you think you're gonna do? Because you got a smaller meal. You think you're gonna be hungry afterwards? You think?
I think you shouldn't have got the rolls in front of you to start, but a low-carb diet, Swiss chicken, as long as you don't eat the other stuff. Like, I went out to a Mexican restaurant the other day and just asked them not to put the rice. So I had, like, chicken, lettuce, a little bit of guacamole. It wasn't that bad.
Probably shouldn't think about it. I mean, that's one of those things that you just can't plan. I was nervous going to the restaurant because that restaurant in particular, I normally would get all the stuff that is insanely unhealthy, but I went in there with the idea that I got to make sure that I start making good choices. Otherwise, what was the point of me?
This guy loves mac and cheese, which I can't blame him. That stuff's delicious, but I don't think that's part of Dr. Now's diet plan.
Going through the whole journey in the first place. I am definitely ready for surgery. I pray that it happens next week.
So this surgery will help keep Nathan on track while we work to address the underlying issues and the dynamic behind all this unhealthy eating. But I think he's going to do very well. I'm a little bit more concerned about Amber because she already had the weight loss surgery. So
Yeah, I mean, the statistics are not in your favor if you've had it before, but actually eating does not feel very good fresh out of surgery. I don't understand how people gain weight or don't lose weight after the surgery. It's damn near impossible. Like, I lost 90 pounds in the first 3 months.
already has had a tool to help her, and it failed because she ultimately didn't stick to doing what she needed. But hopefully at next month's appointment, we will see enough progress from her to show me she's trying to turn things around so we can move ahead with her weight loss surgery and start working on addressing the issues driving both of them to eat so that they both can have a chance to be successful in the long term. But we have a long way to go and a lot of work to do with both of them to get them to that point.
It definitely sucks when you first open your eyes. All that gas and stuff they pump in your stomach, man, it hurts like hell. But, I guess comparatively, it's not the worst thing that could happen. You could be dead from being 600 pounds, right?
Breakfast, an egg, please. You're gonna scramble?
No, I thought I'd just, bounce it off the floor and see if it works.
You could like
Don't ask me to try fry it. Don't. I've been home from surgery for a little over 2 weeks, and I've been.
I think 2 weeks is still too early for an egg, if I'm not mistaken. He should be on the puree. I think it was a whole month before I could, like, soft scramble an egg and eat it.
Doing okay. It's just been a bit of an adjustment with how little I can eat, but overall I feel a lot better. I was put on a liquid diet after surgery for a week, and that was tough. And then he put me
Really? I had to do it for 2 weeks. I hate Great Value sugar-free popsicles at this point.
on what is called the stage 2, which is mainly liquids, but I could add stuff like vegetable juice or skim milk and maybe some yogurt, and I'm supposed to stay on that for another week, but...
Yeah, that's like essentially, it's pretty close to a liquid diet. But I don't think you should be touching these eggs just yet. That's probably a little too heavy.
After 2 weeks of not having anything solid, I couldn't take it. And I've eaten a lot of mashed potatoes lately, and I know that there's not protein in mashed potatoes, but it's one of the things that I could tolerate.
I did eat a little bit of mashed potatoes after like a month and a half, just because it's kind of a neutral flavor and it would sit okay in my stomach. It's kind of hard to figure out what you can eat, but I continued to lose a lot of weight because I was barely eating. Like, I would eat mashed potatoes, I might try to eat like a little bit of soup later, but I probably was staying under like 800 calories every single day.
Nathan is progressing, but he is definitely not eating the right things.
And when I saw him starting to make the wrong choices,
My whole body was like, I hope he throws his guts up and I hope it comes out his nose. Only because
Look at your smug ass. Okay, let's see if you can get approved for the surgery. It almost feels like she's happy that he's not doing well. Also, I'm not sure which plate is his, but either way, he will puke his guts up if he tries to eat all that.
he needs to know what that feels like.
I'm not on liquids. So I just eat what I eat, and if it tempts him,
You know, hey, if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it, and he's gonna have to see for himself.
Amber's told me I'm making her worry because of some of my recent food choices. I know I'm still losing weight because my clothes are bigger, so I'm not concerned about my progress. I'm concerned.
I don't think he's losing as much as he could. You'd think he would be maximum concerned about getting rid of that ball boulder so he can go to Pound Town with his wife, finally. First time ever we go to Love Island or whatever. I can't believe they never... maybe I'm fixating on that too much. Some people don't give a damn. As a man, I don't know how you don't.
I learned a little about hers, to be honest. I've seen her struggle this past month, and she's made some choices that aren't a part of the diet plan. By next month, if she doesn't make it to her weight loss goal, I'm scared she won't get the surgery. And it's important to me that she does that, so we're able to keep doing this together.
You done?
I don't know. I think so. When you had your surgery, how did you feel? Like, what did your body do when you were like, oh, I'm done?
For me,
The second you feel any kind of full stop, you take another bite, you're going to lose it all, and it's going to be disgusting. Oh, we got a vertical wiener again. This dog is so cute. I want to steal this dog.
if I even smelt the food another bite, like, I would be sick.
I need to learn to listen to my body. I think that's part of the problem.
Could be.
So to be on track, I should be down to 481 today.
Fuck me French fries. How'd you pull that off in the first month? Wow. How much fucking mashed potato? No way. This guy had to eat like a whole friggin' thing of mashed potatoes a day, like the instant ones. 6 pounds? That's kind of embarrassing.
I'm a bit speechless because I don't see how I lost so little. I had known that I'd made some poor choices before I came in here, but I didn't realize it was as bad as it had been.
Just because you act stupid and make a funny face don't mean that we can't tell that you did not follow the plan. Like, oh, I'm dumbfounded. I don't know how the Doritos made it. Come on, my man.
I had a feeling this was gonna happen. I tried to tell him, but all I could do is control me. At my last appointment, I was at 502, and Dr. Now told me to lose 50 pounds in order to get approved for my revision. So that means I have to be at 452 today.
Sweet Jesus, we got another mashed potato masochist. Oh my God. What are these two doing? Does nobody want to live? Like, just screw it. We're going to roll the dice here. Nobody? Oh my God.
That's disappointing to say the least. I am not happy about
Oh God, I love it when they... How'd that happen? I don't know. How'd that happen?
that.
I don't think today is going to go like I hoped. So that's disappointing, but we both have no one to blame but ourselves.
Must have been them effing air calories again. Them suckers are sneaky.
So we just need to take responsibility and work to fix it, because that's all we can do right now.
That's a nervous yawn right there. She is opening her mouth. We need to keep our mouth closed. That's how we gain 3 pounds, lady.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Good?
Good.
All right, let's see what we got with you on progress. Well, Nathan, starting with the loop, this is about a month after surgery, and you have lost the whole 6 pounds instead of 40. So what's going on that you only lost 6 pounds in 1 month after weight loss surgery?
I honestly, the only thing I can think of is that I probably have eaten stuff that I shouldn't have.
Duh. You think Dr. Now doesn't know that? The fact you only lost 6 pounds is kind of impressive to me. I don't know how that's possible at all. On a liquid diet, he managed to... What the hell are you drinking? Corn syrup? How?
Like what?
I had mashed potatoes. I've had macaroni and cheese.
And so you're in the stage 2 of diet, which is still only liquid diet, but you're eating mashed potato, macaroni, cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So which
He's a spud sadist, all right. She's a mashed masochist. He's a spud sadist.
part of that is making sense to you?
None of it.
Were you hungry?
Yeah, I was.
I guarantee that's not the physical hunger, that's the psychological hunger. So in 1 month after surgery, losing 6 pounds, that means in next month you're gonna start gaining weight.
That's not gonna happen, but
Let me
How do you mind screw yourself into a meal? It shouldn't have been possible. He would have to eat every hour. Your stomach is so small at that point.
explain something to you. You just had an operation that takes away your physical hunger and prevents you from overeating. And you hardly lost anything. So that is exactly what's gonna happen. And you're not seeing the reality of that.
right.
You gone through all these things and you work hard and got a second chance to get your life back. But now you throw it away and going back to killing yourself with food. What are we gonna do to change that?
Not make those choices anymore. Work harder.
Why should I believe?
I hope he genuinely does. I don't know how you can see the start of this episode, the way he was living, and decide that just after surgery, he really thought, like when they say you think surgery's the answer, he really thought that. But I mean, there's people that have gained after surgery on the show, but I'm genuinely shocked at how they do it.
You're gonna follow through this time.
I feel like I let a lot of people down, and I don't like feeling that way. So in order for me not to feel that way anymore, I'm gonna have to do exactly what I'm supposed to do and continue to get better at it.
Okay, but this isn't all dependent on you, though, because you both have to do this and support
Yes, get the double stuffed diva real quick. She's tempting him. I'm blaming her. She blamed him. I'm blaming her.
each other, okay? Then let's change the gear. Amber,
I did horrible, sir. Horrible.
wait a minute. You, instead of losing weight, we gave you all the tools. You already had 1 weight loss surgery, and you gained 3 pounds.
Yes.
So what is going on in this household?
So for me, I panicked and I literally did not get out of bed. I didn't
What does panic got to do with pancakes? I don't understand. She just shut down into like a Stromboli? What?
Count my calories or anything for 2 weeks, which is, the proof is right there. I just gave up, and I should not have done that at all.
None of the stuff you're saying make any sense. And ultimately, there is no excuse that justifies being unhealthy to the point you're killing yourself like this. So now,
I love so much when Dr. Now calls people out on their BS. Because I think they genuinely think their whole life they've just been like, I don't know. And they just kind of bamboozled people into, my metabolism doesn't work. Then you go in front of a doctor that's been lied to by every fat person on earth, and he just kind of calls you on it.
nothing and no event in your life justify overeating, but you justify it yourself. So you're convincing yourself it's okay to overeat because of this issue. But this issue is not reality. The bigger issue I'm concerned about is that it's clear that there's something going on in the household that both of you encouraging each other to overeat. I don't see how you
What's going on? Is there a pound poltergeist in the house or something? Could you be haunted by something that makes you hefty?
going to change that environment that you have built over years for pathological eating.
Well, I know I can do it. I haven't, but I know I can.
Well, I know I can go to moon too, but what is the practical reality of that? That's going to happen? Yeah, I can go. You
Right.
get me a rocket, I'll go. But that's
I want to see Doctor Now be an astronaut. You think he really thinks he could go to the moon?
going to be a reality? No, it's not. And a figure of speech isn't going to change anything.
I know. Talk is cheap. You know, I can tell you whatever I want to tell you here, but until I do it, nobody's going to believe it.
Okay. Amber, what's the solution for you?
I just have to get back at it and prove to you that I was on the right track to begin with, and that I'm not
On the right, you gained 3 pounds. She never. What track? This lady's been Hot Wheels off the ramp the whole damn time.
gonna fail you again.
Well, I can't believe any word you saying or Nathan saying until I see some action.
Right.
Okay?
Understood.
And Nathan, you went off the rail quicker after surgery than anybody I have ever seen. So at this point, I'm disappointed for both of you. So
That is not true. We did see Penny somehow gain weight, like as in you gave her stomach back. He's not off the rails quicker than her.
I'm going to give you both 2 months to get back on track, okay? Which means that from here on out, Nathan, you lose at least 20 pounds a month. And for you, Amber, you should be able to lose the 50-pound goal I gave you. If I don't see that progress, I know nothing else is going to work.
I'm kind of confused at how his goal per month is less than hers, considering he's lost his stomach. He should lose probably closer to 30 a month at least.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So, this is your life, and the only wealth in this world you got is your health. And you're throwing it away by overeating and killing yourself for the food and making excuses that are acceptable to yourself, not to anybody else. So,
It sucks to hear it that way, but the level of neglect for your own health is kind of something that I just try not to even think about, because it always just makes me feel like, damn, why'd I do that to myself? Why did I not care for so long? And there's a lot of psychological stuff that goes into it. I'm not sure, but it sucks to see somebody else do a lot of the things I've done. So I talk shit, but I feel like I'm making fun of myself.
it's totally up to you both to make the changes and change your life around before it's too late. If you keep this up, I guarantee you, neither of you will be here 5 years from now.
He's the one crying. This lady is the ice queen. Holy, she don't give a damn.
And this is the situation that you have to see the reality of it. Okay? I'm going to set you up both to see a therapist.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Because maybe they'll be able to help you work on your negative dynamic. Okay? Are we clear about what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Glad to see you guys. How'd you guys meet?
Her cousin was in my drama program. Introduced us. Our first date was at her house. She cooked me one of my favorite meals, and the rest is history.
So food was.
So we fell in love over fettuccine. That is shocking. Absolutely shocking.
From the very beginning, you guys are both already big. You won him over with dinner.
I guess so.
What made you attracted to each other?
I think she's strong. The strength that I wish I had, I see in her.
What'd you see?
Aw, that's kind of cute. I think a lot of you ladies probably like that answer.
In him?
He's very level-headed, very grounded, and very spirit-oriented, which was something that I felt like I had to have. Because I was in a very, very toxic relationship for a very long time.
So you were counting on him to be.
Okay, so she likes the fact that he's grounded. You find me a 600-pound person that's not grounded, I'll be shocked.
A good guy.
Yeah.
Tell me about your physical relationship.
Right now, it's non-existent.
How was it at the beginning?
Well, I've always been big, and like right now, I have a
Okay.
lymphedema growth that sits right on my abdomen, right above that
Okay.
area. So it's
Okay.
there's no way it's possible.
Where there's a will, there's a way, but I'm trying to think of ways in my head, and I really don't think I need this mental image right now. Because I'm not even going to tell you what I'm picturing right now because it's grossing me out. I don't want to gross you out.
Locked off.
Yeah.
You know, when we married, everything that we attempted just didn't physically work.
Okay. So you seem.
How many times did we try? Like I said, where there's a... What? So has he always had this lymphedema?
Resigned to it.
It's just not at the top of our priority list. It never really has been.
Is that okay with you?
Not really.
Of course, the guy's priority list has something to do with Punani. Yeah, he's too soft-spoken to say it to her, but obviously, we're men at the end. It's how it works. All the time.
Okay. I'm worried, Amber, that you seem pretty shut off from that part of a relationship.
Yeah, I am.
And, you know, certainly my intent when you guys came in was not to do, like, Dr. Ruth with you guys. But in most relationships, it's often the elephant in the room. Somebody's not getting what they want in the bedroom, and that will
I can't believe how fat-phobic this therapist is. Elephant in the room? How dare you, sir?
cause ripples of conflict in the
I think
relationship.
neither one of us are getting what we want there.
What happened? Where did it go off the rails?
I think
Nobody was ever able to make anything ripple. They just told you where it went off the rail.
I know one of the things before this whole experience with Dr. Now, I was supposed to have the surgery. I was losing the weight. I was doing great.
Yep.
And then the doctor canceled the surgery because I didn't have the $2,000 payment.
You didn't have the money.
His
Okay.
copay.
Over $2,000? You let that opportunity slip? You couldn't have crowdfunded it or something? I think people would have got on board with that if he was showing that kind of progress.
Yeah. I basically just got depressed and it got hard to do things and I didn't want to
And
do a
your
lot.
self-esteem, weight goes up, self-esteem goes down. And that's not attractive to you, is it?
No.
She called me disgusting, a bad husband, all that stuff because I gave up and went back to food.
Does she?
You're a bad wife. How about that? This lady's mean. I feel like she's just totally beat this guy down. I get where she's coming from, to the point where he doesn't have any follow-through, but you find me someone who's 600 pounds who always has follow-through and always does what they say. Like, look at friggin' Amberlynn Reed. When's the last time her New Year's resolution came true? That shit ain't happening.
She respect you?
No. Probably not.
Wow.
I didn't want to answer that because I didn't want to upset her.
No. Probably not.
Shut the front door, you pansy. She doesn't respect you and you're still there? Okay, if I am respecting you, which of course I am, I expect some respect in return. This guy has no self-respect at all, which I could kinda understand, but at the same time, this relationship probably is doomed right here.
No. No.
I just want her to be proud of me.
Why should she be proud of you? So, Nathan, you're a great guy, but I haven't seen you stick up for yourself. If you don't stick up for yourself, it's hard for people, even your wife, to respect you. And so we got to get you sticking up
Look at her smug, shaking her head. Yeah, yeah. When's the last time you respected yourself? You're 500 pounds too. What?
for yourself. And that may involve sticking up to her. Is she helping you lose weight?
I would say she is.
Because sometimes a partner will undermine somebody's weight
No.
loss.
I need her to be.
You lost 6, she gained 3. When did she help? When? She was preparing for your failure with this smug look on her. What is wrong with these two?
Be more forceful when it comes to that.
But I'm not going to do that.
You don't need her to do anything. You got to leave her out of it. You start advocating for yourself. It's going to make her respect you more. And the number one thing you can do for yourself now is what?
Fellatio.
Lose the weight.
Oh.
I'm sorry. He set me up for that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So in service of this idea of being independent, I wonder if you guys could actually plan separate meals, plan separate shopping trips. How does that sound to you?
It worries me because that's one of the only things that we do together.
I think you two probably... Time apart is not bad for a relationship. It generally... Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right?
Your most unhealthy habit is the thing that links you guys together. So I need you to break it apart. I need you to eat by yourself. And you're going to have to find something else to bond with.
Bond over bondage. Maybe we can get that lymphedema thing out of the way.
Work for you? Okay, thank you for coming.
Thank you. Got it?
Nathan's a really articulate guy, and I'm impressed with what he has to say. I'm worried that the more he tries to get Amber to like him, the less she really likes him.
He's just super soft-spoken, and I think a lot of guys make this mistake. They always try to be the nice guy, and then I feel like some part of women lose respect for you when you're always, like, yes, be nice, of course, right? But if you're always the nice guy and you don't ever have, like, a fine line, I feel like that respect is just lost at that point. So I understand her, but I also understand him, like, searching out that respect.
At the last appointment 2 months ago, I was at 515, and Dr. Nash says I should be losing at least 20 pounds a month.
We're gonna weigh you, okay? Let me just...
Personally, I don't wear orange for fear of looking like a traffic cone, but I guess that's his style.
Zero it out. Okay, step up on the scale.
So that means I need to have lost.
Look at how much better his legs have gotten from how swollen and, like, nasty they were at the start. That had to be a ton of weight just right there.
40 pounds by today to be under 475. So I'm hoping that's the number I made it down to.
We're gonna be going to room 5, please.
28 pounds ain't bad at all. I said he should be closer to 30, and he did that.
Well, it's a lot better than just 6 pounds lost, so I'm happy about that. But I'm not sure how Dr. Now will feel about it. Hopefully he sees the positive, but we'll see.
Hi, Nathan. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
He's 100% about to ask where the wife is and why she's playing like hefty hide and seek with him to avoid getting weighed in.
Good. So where is Amber today?
She couldn't make it because of work.
But this appointment has been scheduled for a while now. And she knew that if she needed to be free, she could easily been available to be here if she wanted to. Or she could have called to reschedule. So I think the issue is she didn't want to come today. So why that?
I think she might have been a little nervous about her weight and seeing how
Duh, that friggin' scale's like nightmare on Calorie Street. We avoid that thing like the plague.
she was doing.
Is she making the changes she needs?
Some. She's struggling, but we both are.
Well, you came here today and you're making some progress. You lost 28 pounds, so it looked like you're losing about 14 pounds a month, which is closer to what you should
Oh, damn, I didn't even realize that was 2 months. That don't seem that good. But he was working out, so there could be some muscle growth there.
be losing in 2, 3 months after weight loss surgery. But you still have a little ways to go to be losing 20 pounds a month like you should be. And Nathan, do you think that therapy is helping?
It was hard, but it was really good. It made us really look at how we are as a couple and work on that.
So you
I think they were probably more of a marriage of convenience, to be honest. But then at some point, when he stopped working and became kind of like housebound like that, it became less convenience and more caregiver, which instantly probably made any kind of love at all that was there pretty stressed. Like, I could see her side, I could see his side, but I always try to see both sides.
you're going to continue that.
Yes, I'm going to have an appointment pretty soon to continue working on that.
Good. But Amber, she didn't give that appointment either.
You know Amber's going to be here next time.
All right, no more excuses that she couldn't make it.
I know that she wants to do this. She'll be here next time. We're both in this 100%.
I would not bet the bank on that, but hopefully she's there. I want to see her kind of be doing good too.
Amber
Ooh, Stripes, another bold choice, coming in here looking like an electric eel.
and I are back at Dr. Now's for our next appointment. And we're both a little nervous, but we're both expecting to see progress today.
You're carrying the purse, and you want... Oh my god. This guy's forgot how to man, right? Like, it's nice when we carry your purse or whatever, right? But at the same time, I feel like she's kind of just taken his manhood from him. Actually, she's never, but that's the problem, right?
But I've been trusting that all we're doing is going to move us in the right direction, even when I feel like it's not. So I'm hoping that trust and faith pays off for us today.
I know I have a lot to prove to Dr. Now today, and that's helped motivate me to stay on track.
I hope to God she did it, because she's been dodging him left and right.
Amber and Nathan,
And so I'm hoping it's all been enough to get me to my goal today. So I can show him I'm ready to do what I need to get healthy.
Wow, that thing on the back of his legs healed up totally at this point.
And hopefully get my revision surgery soon.
okay, Amber, you want to step up on the scale? We're going to weigh you first. Hold on one sec.
Let's go, Amber. Let's go.
Okay.
The last time my weight was at 505, and my goal has been to lose 50 pounds. So that would put me at 455 today, if I hit that goal.
Damn. I kind of expected her to crash and burn. I didn't know if she was actually going to get it together. I'm happy for her.
That's close, and it's a lot of weight loss. So I'm hoping Dr. Now is happy with that. I know I worked hard for it.
I don't think Amber's happy with that, but I think it's great. She made great progress.
Step up on the scale, please.
So hopefully I did it too and I lost as much as her. At my last appointment 2 months ago, I was at 487. And I'm supposed to be losing 20 pounds a month. To be on track, I should have lost 40 pounds to be under 447 today.
Okay, so realistically, both of them were pretty close to their goal. So I think that kind of initial slip up was just that. It was kind of a slip up. They both got back on track. It's a good thing. A lot of people slip, but you can slip, but you don't want to keep sliding, right?
What?
Literally 10 pounds between us?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm proud of us. I think we both did great, so I'm really happy right now. Amber seems a little disappointed and a little down on herself.
Do you think part of her's upset that he weighs less than her now? because that was kind of like her whole thing. He's disgusting when he eats. He's disgusting when... You think part of her is kind of like, he weighs less than me now, and that's kind of upsetting.
But I think Dr. Now is going to be happy with us today.
Hello, how y'all doing?
We're good. How are you?
All right. Well, Amber, I'm glad that you could make it this time.
Sorry I missed the last appointment. It won't happen again.
All right, I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad to see that you're making some progress.
Thank you.
You both have been making progress, so that's good. So what is helping you get back on track?
Seeing Dr. Paradise and doing the therapy helped a lot. He helped.
Okay, so their problem was more emotional and driven to eat like that rather than... I mean, I guess everyone's got an emotional part to it. I still don't know what mine was, but I only went to therapy once, and then they told me I didn't really have to go back.
Helped us realize that there were things that we needed to work on.
The dynamic for us is different than a lot of people.
So it was hard, but it was really good. It made us really look at how we are as a couple and work on that. We started putting those in place.
All right, so the key issue will be to continue that for long term.
Yes.
All right, I'm glad to hear that. All right, so Amber, you're down to 461. So essentially, so far you lost 40 pounds. So
That's not... I think he'll approve her with that. But he got the surgery first. She's right behind. The revision's a harder surgery. But I don't know. Dr. Now seems to be in a giving kind of mood in these later seasons.
that is good progress, and you need to keep it up.
Yes, sir, I will.
Here's what I'm willing to do. We'll do an endoscopy on you to see how things are with your first weight loss surgery you had when you were younger, to see if a revision is possible. There could be scar tissue or other reasons preventing a revision or another weight loss surgery. If everything looks good, I will schedule you for weight loss surgery.
That's going to be tough. But like I said, he's probably going to have to go some totally different route. He's the surgeon. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. He's got it all under control.
Revision in 2 months.
Okay.
And if you lost another 25 pounds by then we will move ahead with you. But if not, we'll cancel it and we'll be back at square one with you. So
That's kind of where most people screw up with the Last Supper syndrome. Trust me, I got mine canceled from going ham on the pecan pies, so I am not somebody who's like, I'm sitting here talking shit, but I did it too, man. It's so easy to do because you just kind of panic and you're like, I need to eat all this stuff that I'm never going to be able to eat again. And you screw yourself over.
that sounds fair.
Yes, sir.
You think you can do that?
Definitely I can do that.
Okay, great. We'll set that up and we'll go from there. But I'm proud of both of your progress, so keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
I bet that feels good to hear Dr. Now say he's proud of you. Especially because he's been ripping on my new one the whole time because they kept messing up.
Hi, Amber.
Hey, Dr. Now.
You awake?
I'm awake.
All right. Well, we did the endoscopy. You do have a very difficult situation because you got a narrow staple line, which is about 7 inches long. And that is making it very, very difficult to be able to correct that to sleep because we need more room for that because it's so narrow, you're gonna have reflux and issue. The only possible way is to convert that to a gastric bypass.
Okay.
That's kind of what I figured was going to happen. When you think about it, it's a pretty invasive, pretty serious surgery. I don't think I did any research at all. I was just like, yes, please get my stomach out of me. I need to lose weight, and that seems like a great answer. But I didn't really want the gastric bypass because what I did hear was it was kind of harder to get vitamins and nutrients after that. The sleeve, your stomach kind of stretches back out after like 2 years, right where I'm at right now.
So we'll schedule that for 2 months from now.
All right, sounds great.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
Okay. Right now, I'm encouraged by Amber's progress, and I'm happy to see Amber lost 7 pounds over the last month. So hopefully she sticks to it, and we are able to move ahead with her weight loss surgery soon, so that both
Wait, she only lost 7 pounds and Dr. Now's cool with that? I think he's just trying to keep the TV show rolling and all us fat people keep letting him down, so he has to lower his standards. Like, that's gotta be it.
Both she and Nathan can take advantage of having the same tools to continue to work together, to be able to make the changes last a lifetime. And from what I'm seeing now, I am optimistic that they'll be able to do that.
Amber and I had another appointment with Dr. Now today, and it went well. He says we're on track. And the really good news is that he scheduled Amber's surgery for next month. So we're both excited about that.
I'm still shocked that he scheduled it, because didn't he say, no, I thought it was a little longer than that, and she only lost, what, 7 more pounds?
I told Amber that I wanted to stay the night in Houston, so we could go out and have a date night in the city. And the theater and the park sounded perfect.
When Nathan told me his idea to stay in Houston and go out, I wasn't sure if it was a good idea because I didn't know if this was going to lead to any sort of temptation because that's what we've always done together.
Ooh, those chairs are risky, unless you got the hefty ones that go up to like 500 pounds. Trust me, I broke a couple of them and jabbed myself in the ass before. It is not a fun place to be.
But I decided I was going to keep an open mind.
We're not eating together, but there are things that we can try to do to bring some romance back into our relationship. But I know that's going to take time.
Oh, this is so cute. I think she needs to buy some more t-shirts, though. I've seen that blue t-shirt way too much.
I do think Nathan is on the right track to him kind of going back to being my husband, back like it was originally, but it's a work in progress.
And maybe we'll get there. Who knows?
It just depends on how things go. I'm not going to rush it, and I don't think he should either.
What movie do you think they're watching? Imagine Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They're just triggered and then they go crazy on some Godiva after this.
How have you been doing?
As far as what?
Just the whole process.
A lot better. About a month ago, I wouldn't have been able to do this. I know Amber and I have a lot to work on to get back to a good place.
Okay, I'm genuinely happy that he can get out there, be an active father, kind of try to help. Like, it's good to see him make these changes so he can be there for his kids.
But with all my weight loss, my relationship with my daughter Hannah has improved because I'm actually able to go out and spend time with her. So we've been hiking together and going on nature walks at least twice a week. And she keeps telling me she's proud of me, when before I think she was a little embarrassed by me. And I just hope that I can also become the husband that Amber deserves too.
I'm not sure if that's about your weight. Every kid is embarrassed of their parents, probably at about her age. It's just a rough place to be. I can remember middle school, me being embarrassed as hell of my parents. Like, I didn't want them anywhere near me. Then you grow up and you're like, man, that was kind of stupid. It's just kids, man.
One big step I'm taking is I decided to go back to work. I still have my lymphedema and it still hurts when I walk, but it's gotten a little better.
Hey, back in theater. We get to do Catcher in the Rye Bread. All right.
I feel ready for it, so I'm no longer taking a leave. So I'm really excited about that. And I know as I make more progress, I'm going to be able to do more and more. And I'm looking forward to all that. So what are you going to think about when I'm all skinny?
You're gonna look like a cartoon character with a big head and a really skinny body.
Damn, she said he was gonna look like Wile E. Coyote. That's crazy.
How rude. This is a journey. One that involves much more than I could have realized. And it's harder than I ever thought it would be. But it's good, and I'm happy to be on it and headed to where we're going. Because I know it's a much better place.
Okay, a little rocky. The whole I don't respect you thing was a little tragic to hear in a marriage, but he's a soft-spoken guy. She probably lost respect for him when he stopped trying or caring about himself. I think a lot of people lose respect for you, honestly, when you stop caring about yourself or just trying in general. But positive change in the end. I'm happy for him. I'll have to check, see where they're at now, or if there's a where are they now on them. But, good job to Nathan, and hopefully Amber got her surgery in the long run. But leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. We're like 3,000 away from 100,000, and if you made it this far, why the hell not? But, alright, I'll see y'all later. Peace.